Hi guys! If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know for most of the year I'm just your average everyday garden witch, a green witch. But during the holidays I transform into Nana the Christmas witch. And that's when the real magic begins because I love Christmas. It is the most magical time of the year. And tonight I'm going to share with you guys my favorite tips to turn your home into a warm, cozy, magical wonderland for the holidays, but doing it on a budget because I do everything on the cheap. So hopefully you'll stick around for that because before I get to that, I want to talk to you about my carnivore journey because I've hit a few bumps in the road this week and I want to share that with you. The first bump is I have been starving. And I'm into my 14th week. I have been having a hard time eating. I had gotten to the point where I was just like in starvation mode because I just wasn't hungry anymore. And I was eating like 700 calories a day, and it wasn't good. But once I realized that, I did up my calories. Jazz, you're going to knock everything over. And I started eating more protein, more fat, and it really helped. It made the difference. But I still was, I think you're not supposed to count calories, and I tried not to, but I need to know where I'm at. So I know, if I start gaining weight, I'll know why. No. So anyway, I'm estimating that I was probably eating about 1,200 to 1,400 calories a day, high protein, high fat, and um, and that was good. I was fine on that. I wasn't hungry, but this last week, for some reason, I've just been starving, and not for meat, which is a bummer. So because I just thought, well, I'll just eat more meat, which is what I'm doing. I haven't cheated at all, not even a little bit, but I wanted to, and that kind of bums me out because I'd gotten rid of all my carb cravings and my sugar cravings, and I was doing really good. But I don't know, for some reason, I was craving something other than meat. I don't know if I'm just getting tired of meat, but I don't know, I was craving like comfort food, and it's really bugging me. I mean, I'm still craving it, but I've been making carnivore crack and I've been eating that and just eating more meat. My husband made a great roast this weekend, really cheap roast. It was like $3.99 a pound, and he cooked it in the crock pot and it came out amazing. It was so tender, and I ate a lot of that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, if it's a hormonal thing. I don't know, but I hope it goes away soon. I thought it was the fifth stage that Carrie talks about on Homestead How. So I went back and watched some of the videos, and no, because the fifth stage is when you get to your goal weight, all of a sudden you find yourself being, ravenously hungry because you don't have any fat reserves anymore. So you need to eat more. Well, I'm not there, not even close. So that's not the reason. I'm like, what is going on? I just was wondering, has anybody else experienced that? Because I know most of us on the carnivore diet, you lose your appetite, or you're not as hungry. And yeah, this is something that I've got to figure out. I'm just eating more fatty foods. I've just been eating more bacon, and I eat a lot of bacon anyway. So, but I'm just hoping it goes away in the next couple of days. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, eating the carnivore crack, which is basically a stick of butter a day, because I make it with 2 sticks of butter and 5 pieces of bacon, and I eat half of it one day and the other half the next day. So I'm eating a lot of butter too. So, but I don't know. And I haven't weighed myself. I've been really good. I haven't gotten on the scale. And this Wednesday, I'm going to take my measurements because, I did it, like, it'll be 2 weeks since I did it last. So I'm going to see where I'm at. So there's that. Um, Another thing is, earlier, well, actually, it was Friday night. It was just a couple nights ago. My younger son took me out for a belated birthday dinner. My birthday was last month. And so he took me to this really nice restaurant, and we had such a good time. And my son, as I've told you guys, he's a pescatarian. He was vegan for like 10 years, I think, or 14 years. Yeah, 14 years. He was really strict vegan. And then the last 10, he's become pescatarian. And he's doing wonderful on it. So I don't want to hear no crap. He's, it's his choice. And he's doing wonderful on it. As a matter of fact, he's recently lost some weight because he's a brewer, and he cut back on the amount of beer he drinks, and that's helped him. But he's feeling really good and he looks good. And anyway, so when we went out, he ordered fish and chips, and I ordered this hamburger, and it looked really good. It was, their hamburgers were supposed to be really good, the meat and all that. So I just took the bun off, and it had a Gruyere. I think that's how you pronounce it, Gruyere cheese on it, white cheese. Well, it also had a sauce on it. So I just scraped it off, but it was kind of dark, and I couldn't tell if I got all the sauce off because I don't want to scrape off all the cheese too. I wanted the cheese. But I could tell there was like minuscule like onions in there and even some mushrooms. And I did get a few bites of that, but it was so good. It was delicious. Unfortunately, my son's wasn't. He ended up having to ask for something different, and he hates to do that. He's so polite. He was just going to suffer it. And I was like, no, you paid too much for this. Flag the waitress down. I'm sure, she'll either give you your money back or another dish, which is what she did. She was super nice about it. But my son was like, I'm not that guy. I don't do that, because he doesn't. He's just really polite. But anyway, so he ended up getting another dish, and he ate that, and it was good. I'm glad. But we just had the best time, and the food was delicious. But then that night, I woke up like after midnight, and I felt so sick. I felt like I had the flu. I was hot. I had the worst nausea, um, diarrhea. I just felt terrible. I had to go get a heating pad, and I was just feeling like, oh my God, is this the flu? And I could barely sleep. And then when I woke up in the morning, I kind of felt like I was hung over. I was just achy and just yucky feeling. Fortunately, I drank some coffee. I drank a lot of water. It went away in the morning. I was fine. I ended up taking like 2 Tylenol, and then I was fine the rest of the day. But I'm thinking it was obviously something that I ate there. It was the sauce, or they put a lot of seasoning in their hamburger because it was really good. So that bummed me out because I've been doing so good and I've been so strict, and just something that simple could really mess you up when you're doing this good. I haven't I keep saying I'm ketovore, but I'm a carnivore. I don't eat anything but meat and eggs. And so this really threw my whole system out of whack. And it was a good lesson to learn that something that simple, and I really didn't eat that much, I didn't think, could really mess me up. So I'm going to be much more careful from here on out. But I'm wondering, no, I was going to say maybe that triggered my hunger, but it started before that. So it's not even related to that. But man, that was just so bizarre to me. But yeah, like I said, my son, we just had such a good time, and I would do it again. I would, because like I said, it was so good and we had such a good time. So I don't want my son to feel bad in any way, because it was just such a nice evening for both of us. But I just know now that, the holidays are coming up, and I've talked to you guys about how I want to incorporate some more dishes just for that day. I was thinking, oh, I want to do a little bit more ketovore. Now I'm really nervous about doing anything because, like I said, I've only been eating meat. And I was talking about maybe making some cauliflower mashed potatoes, which I'm still going to do because my family likes those. And I was going to do Brussels sprouts with bacon. And then I was just going to stick to my husband's making a turkey and he's making a brisket. So I thought I'll have plenty of meat, but I thought maybe a couple of those side dishes. And I even considered making a low carb pumpkin cheesecake. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of leery about it. I'm like, am I that sensitive? I didn't think I would be, but we'll find out. I might chance it one more time. I don't know. I mean, I'm the one that's going to have to pay the consequences, right? Hopefully it won't be that bad. So anyway, there's that. And like I said, I've been doing so good. I've been so proud of myself. I haven't cheated at all. I feel great. As a matter of fact, I had 4 people hit me up this week that have seen how well I'm doing and asked me for the specifics. They want to give it a try. So that made me feel really good. And yeah, I'm hoping that they'll be as successful and they'll enjoy it as much as I did. And I'm here to help them in any way I can. But it's kind of exciting because you guys know how awesome this is. And, I don't push it on anybody. I just, I'm hoping that they'll see the difference it's made in me and how much better I feel. And then maybe they'll ask me about it, which is what happened. So yeah, that feels really good. I'm excited and I'm going to help them in any way I can. So and that's that for the carnivore stuff. But tonight I'm going to show you, like I said, my favorite cheapo tricks to transform your house, because believe me, I'm a tightwad when it comes to this kind of stuff. If I can't get it at a thrift store, a garage sale, then I'm at the Dollar Tree, or it used to be the 99-cent store before it closed. But I get all my stuff on the cheap. I don't spend a lot of money, but I've also collected things through the years, so it looks like I do. But honestly, this is stuff that I've been collecting for years and years and years. But I do add a few new things each year. But like I said, it's from the thrift stores and Dollar Tree. So I'm going to walk you through it and explain what I've done to make it look like this. Okay, my first tip is garland. Lots and lots of garland. You want to bring the greenery from the outdoors indoors. And you don't have to buy expensive garland. You can find it at garage sales and thrift stores. But if not, most of the garland you see here, I put together. I bought pieces at the 99-cent store and at the Dollar Tree, and I just made my own. I bought some kind of inexpensive garland, and then I added more to it because I like it to look even fuller. So most of the garland I've got here that you're looking at is from thrift stores and garage sales. And this one I made, and then I added a lot of ribbon to it. But yeah, garland really makes a huge difference. And especially the flocked garland, that's my absolute favorite. And then I add like lights and extra pine cones and some, ornaments, but that really makes a difference. And I just put it everywhere. I have it on my tables, on my mantle, on the staircase, and of course, a wreath. You got to have, a beautiful wreath. My second tip is candles. I love the lighting from the candles, and I love scented candles. The smells are intoxicating. They have so many wonderful candles nowadays. I put them in every room, including the bathroom. My third tip is to just get some pictures, some family photos from Christmas time, and put them in frames. They don't even have to be expensive frames, but I just bring them out just during the holidays. I put them in, frames, and I put them all throughout the house. And everybody likes to see pictures of themselves. I even have my photo albums out. I have just Christmas photo albums and photo flip books that I've ordered online, and I just have them sitting out on the coffee table and the end table, and everybody likes to flip through them. It's just, it brings back memories, and they're fun. I even have pictures hanging on my tree. Okay, now my third tip, and this is the fourth tip. I'm sorry, I've lost count. But this one's really important. It's light. Lots and lots of lights. I buy strings of lights every year. I add more. My tree is a pre-lit tree. I added more lights. The garlands, I put lights in all my garland. I buy little lit up trees, and I have lights everywhere. As a matter of fact, I can see just from filming this, I need to add more lights, because the more, the merrier, especially the white lights. And I put them in every room, including the bathroom. So yeah, lots and lots of lights. My fifth tip is to get some Christmas throws and Christmas throw pillows. I've gotten most of mine from Temu. So believe me when I tell you, they were cheap and they just add a nice touch. I have them, on all the couches, and I even have them underneath my Christmas tree, as you can see. But my throws were $5 from Aldi's and the Dollar Tree. So that's it. Those are my tips for just making your home look a little bit more cozy and magical. And I love this time of year. I wish I could keep the house like this all year long, but eventually it does wear thin. But for at least a couple months, it just feels so good. And it's so nice to come home to. I have automatic lights, and they just come on by themselves at 4:30 and then they go off at 11, so I don't have to worry about forgetting about shutting them off. But I think it just really transforms my house. Like I said, I wish I could leave it like this all year long. I will leave some of it, like these pictures of my mom and my mother-in-law. I love those. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I inspired you or at least given you some new ideas that you haven't already tried. Merry Christmas.